Okay, and welcome to another video, this time on scapular stabilization exercises, brought to you by shoulder-impingement-exercises.com. So firstly, let's look at what is the scapula. Basically, it's the fancy name for the shoulder blade. And the shoulder blade, as we see there, sits on the back, and it is one of the three bones that make up the shoulder. The other include the arm bone and the collarbone. Basically, the shoulder blade is the foundation of the shoulder. The shoulder, unlike any other joint on the body, doesn't have another bone supporting directly underneath it. You think of your knee or your hip, you have one bone stacked on top of the other. When you move the arm, there's nothing really underneath the arm bone. So the shoulder blade is a movable bone that does provide that stability, so that as you go to lift your arm overhead, it'll move around to the side of the body to support the arm bone. Without having good muscles moving and stabilizing the shoulder blade, it's like building a building on shaky foundations. It is kind of like the foundation of the shoulder. The other important thing is it is the origin of the rotator cuff muscles. A lot of people have heard about the rotator cuff muscles. They are muscles that go from the shoulder blade to the arm bone, and they help the arm rotate precisely within the shoulder joint. If the arm doesn't rotate precisely, that's when you can have shoulder pain, such as shoulder impingement problems. So if that foundation's not solid, then it's very much more difficult for those rotator cuff muscles to work properly and help the arm rotate precisely within the shoulder joint. So if we look at working on the muscles of the shoulder blade, let's look at endurance versus strength. I always think it's best to build endurance first, and what that means is lower resistance, more repetitions. Then once you've got a good base of endurance, then build the strength. Then you can go the heavier resistance. The reason I do that is because if you think of your shoulder, it's not like every time you move your shoulder you have to lift 100 pounds. More times than not in daily activities, it's more an endurance activity than a strength activity. But both are important, but build the endurance first, then build the strength, and lastly build power. And what I mean by power is the explosive movement, be able to move with good strength at a fast speed. Now, to get a muscle conditioned or stronger, you need to challenge it. You need to get it to do a little bit more than what it's used to doing. And with the arm, you need to work with some sort of resistance. And the two type that I recommend for the shoulder blade initially are TheraBand, which is this stuff over here. It comes in all different colors. Different colors are different resistances, and so it's a good way of challenging the muscle. And the other good thing is that you can use it anywhere. And the other one is just dumbbells, and initially you only need a light weight, typically somewhere between 1 and 5 pounds. As you get stronger, you can increase that. So that if you don't have a dumbbell, you can use other objects around the home. I've seen people use anything from a can of beer to a bowl of shampoo, anything along those lines. But I have included links to places where you can buy both of these materials below. So if we look at sets and repetition, you've got to keep challenging the muscle. You've got to keep progressing. So I usually recommend start off with about three lots of 10. You want to use the resistance that you're not killing the muscle by the time you've done 10, but you're getting a little bit tired. You might feel those muscles shaking a little bit. Build that up to 3 lots of 30, and then if you can do 3 lots of 30 easy, then it's time to increase the resistance again. So you don't want to start off too hard, but you don't want to start off too easy as well. So let's have a look at the 3 exercises I recommend for the shoulder blade. The first one is the standing bilateral shoulder extension with external rotation. Fancy sounding name. I recommend with the TheraBand. The thing I want you to look for, and initially just try it with pulling the arm straight back, but you're going to get better results from this if you turn the arms out as you pull back, so that the thumbs would be pointing out to the side. You don't actually have to point your thumbs out to the side, but the thumbs would point out to the side. So let's have a look at that one. Okay, the second one is prone shoulder extension with external rotation. So basically this is the same exercise as we were doing standing up, but we're doing it in a lying down position and a face down position. That's what prone means. Once again, we start off with just bringing the arm up to the side. Make sure that you don't bring the hand up higher than the level of the shoulder. That's the same as with the standing. Just bring the arm back to so that it's directly underneath the shoulder. Don't bring it back past. And then as an extra boost, rotate the arm as you lift up. And you want to feel that it's your shoulder blade getting drawn back on your back as well. It's not purely an arm movement. So let's have a look at that one. Okay, and lastly, number 3 is called scapular retraction with external rotation. Once again, this one is done with the TheraBand. The key with this one is to rotate both arms out and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. So I've given you a front and back view of that one so you can have a look. So let's have a look at that one. Okay, and there you have the 3 scapular stabilization exercises. For more information, please visit us at shoulderimpingementexercises.com. Thank you.